Good evening and welcome to a regularly scheduled meeting of the Common Council of the City of Hartford. All proper notices have been sent. I'd like to call this meeting to order and ask if you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Roll call, Lori.
The mayor and all alderpersons are present except Alderperson Fulop, who is absent and excused.
Okay, we have before us a unanimous consent agenda to approve. President Hagee, second by Alderperson Carroll.
Motion by Alderperson Hagee, seconded by Alderperson Carroll, approving the following two items on the unanimous consent agenda. Number one, the Common Council minutes of July 26, 2022. And number two, authorizing appropriate city officials to enter into a contract with Payne and Dolan Incorporated of Jackson for the 2022 asphalt pavement program base bid at an estimated cost of $93,138.
I've got a question for that, Steve. You might know this. Is that under or over what we were expecting in our bid?
Yeah, for it to be under the unanimous consent agenda, it would have to be under the budgeted amount.
Okay. Well, then it would be under. Super. Any comments, questions, concerns?
We budgeted 100 for that project.
Oh, well, there you go then. So, hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Communications, Lori?
I have nothing this evening.
Okay. Next, we have item number 6, appearance in citizen comments. Any citizen wishing to come up and address the Common Council, please come to the podium, state your name and address, and you get 3 glorious minutes. Second call, third call. With that, we will pass the mayor's report. All is well in the city of Hartford. There we go. Aldermanic requests. President Hagee.
Last Wednesday night, the Mid-Moraine Legislative Committee met for the first time this season, and the speaker was Chris Olis, the municipal court judge, and she was very complimentary about Hartford because the court convenes in this room, and they're very pleased with the audiovisual stuff that we now have in here, and it helps with them doing their job. So very complimentary. That's all.
Thank you. Alderperson Rosniak.
Nothing tonight, sir.
Alderperson Carroll.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Alderperson Garza.
Night, Mayor.
Alderperson Turchi.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Alderperson Sikora.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Alderperson Kohler.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up that this last weekend we did have Festival Foods opened up, and it brought a lot of outside traffic as well as a lot of traffic within the city, which is great for the city, great for for Festival Foods. I'm hoping that continues. But one thing I want to bring up is there's a lot of things on Facebook, social media, with wanting a stoplight in front of Festival Foods. I just want the public to be aware that you can use the stoplight to turn left and go up on County Island K and come around the backside, or if you're coming into town, you can go up to Wilson Avenue.
Correct.
And there's a light there, and they can use that and come back in the other way. So if anybody is having any problems getting in the city, getting a light up there is probably not the best thing, and I will definitely vote it down. So, but there are 2 really great options, and I highly recommend those people use those.
Excellent point. Also, the fact that that is a state highway, so it's not something that we can just arbitrarily plant a light there.
Right.
It's a very long and laborious process. So Thank you. Alderperson Webb.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, at this time, our next item is item number 9, a public hearing. This is a rezoning request for 1590 East Sumner Street. I'll open the hearing and ask for a reading of the notice.
Please take notice that a public hearing will be held at 7 p.m. or thereafter on August 16th, 2022 in the Common Council chambers at the lower level of City Hall, 109 North Main Street by the City of Hartford Common Council to consider the following. Robert and Sharon Schaefer have requested the rezoning of the following property. 1590 East Sumner Street from B5 Highway Business District to B4 Professional Office District. The purpose of the public hearing is to hear those persons who wish to express their opinions for or against the requested zoning change. A copy of the proposed ordinance can be viewed at the Planning and Zoning Department, 109 North Main Street, Monday through Friday, between the hours of 7:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Dated this 29th day of July 2022. It was published in the Daily News on July 29th and August 5th, and there were 7 notices sent.
Thank you very much. At this time, we'll have explanation of hearing by staff. Will you be taking that, Steve?
Yep.
We have
So-
our city administrator, Steve Volker.
So again, this property, which you'll know when you see it, it's just to the east of Piggly Wiggly. It actually shares a back parking lot with them. This property has been used for a chiropractic office, salon, employee staffing for quite some years. It has been allowed in that area. However, it is the property itself is being sold. Will still remain to be a chiropractic office, salon, and employee staffing place. But again, they're looking to clean this up because it really should be zone B4 versus the B5 zoning that it originally had. So again, while they're trying to transfer this over to the new owner, they just want to get this all cleaned up. And so staff has reviewed that and determined that that is the correct zoning that it should be, which is B4, and they recommended in support of it.
Thank you very much. At this time, we'll ask appearances for. Any appearances for the rezoning request at 1590 East Sumner Street? Any appearances for? Third call, any appearances for? We'll now go to appearances against. Any appearances against the rezoning request for 1590 East Sumner Street? Again, just come up to the podium, state your name and address. Any appearances against? Any appearances against? Hearing none, discussion by council. No discussion by council. Okay, no questions. At that, we'll close the hearing and ask for action on ordinance number 1459, amending the zoning map, a part of the ordinance 278. President Heggie,
To suspend the rules.
to suspend the rules. Okay.
Second.
Second by Alderperson Kohler.
Motion by Alderperson Hagee, seconded by Alderperson Kohler, to suspend the rules for immediate consideration of proposed ordinance 1459.
For suspension, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Okay. Then for action, Alderperson Garza, second by Alderperson Sikora.
Motion by Alderperson Garza, seconded by Alderperson Sikora, for the adoption of proposed ordinance 1459.
Any further discussion? Any discussion at all? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. The standing committee reports, we have nothing for finance, personnel, public works, or utilities. Pass-through resolutions, going to item number 12, an ordinance, the first reading and possible action thereon for ordinance number 1460, an ordinance amending Chapter 42 of the Municipal Code entitled Forfeitures, Fees, and Charges. We have the executive summaries attached. I'm sure everybody's read through it. Are you taking this one, Steve?
Yep.
Okay,
And
Steve
plus the
Volkert, our
department
city
heads are
administrator.
here. So again, on an annual basis, when we're doing the budget for the following year, right now we're doing, of course, the 2023 budget, we review all of our charges, fees, fines, and forfeitures, and review to make sure that, A, they are representative of the time it takes to do these different tasks, and that also the fees are also comparable to the neighboring communities. And so, again, we bring this to you now, and then again, if you approve it, it will increase, in some cases decrease, some of our revenues within the 2023 budget. So you have before you the proposed building inspection and fire department fees. Along with that, we also have the engineering and street fee changes, and then finally the cemetery interment fees. So the department heads, for the most part, that are overseeing these departments are here to answer any questions that you have.
Okay, anyone have any questions, comments, concerns? Alderperson Rusniak.
We discussed this at our finance meeting with the department heads in there, and we went through them one by one, and we would recommend approval.
Thank you very
The
much.
committee would recommend approval.
Right. That was a unanimous vote then?
Yes, it was.
Okay, thank you. Okay, this being an ordinance, go ahead, President Hagee.
Some of these fees actually are new fees that we didn't have in the ordinance before. So it's not just adjustments, it's also some new fees.
Okay, are we looking for immediate consideration? So move
suspend, yes.
to suspend, President Hagee, second by Alderperson Rusniak.
Motion by Alderperson Heggie, seconded by Alderperson Rusniak to suspend the rules for immediate consideration of proposed ordinance 1460.
For suspension, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. For passage, Alderperson Webb, Alderperson Turchi.
Motion by Alderperson Webb, seconded by Alderperson Turchi for the adoption of proposed ordinance 1460.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Last item before adjournment is the city administrator's report, which is discussion and consideration of authorizing appropriate city officials to enter into an agreement with Brooks Tractor of Milwaukee for purchase of a new 2022 John Deere 325G compact track loader at a total cost not to exceed $69,750. Am I correct in my guess that because this is over what we had budgeted, that's why it's coming to the council?
Correct. So it's a CIP project from 2022 that we borrowed for, and again, because it did come in over, big surprise right now, that we do have to be creative in how we're going to obtain the rest of the funding, and that's where our Public Works Director comes in.
Darrell Kratz. Darrell, you couldn't find a better deal.
Oh, yes. The price of equipment is going up
Oh, yeah.
phenomenally. Vehicles, everything. But again, partially my fault too. I didn't budget enough. I'll be honest with you, 3 years ago, the utilities bought the same machine for $55,000. And right now, it's coming in at 69, so it's gone up substantially, everything. This machine will be used basically for our MS4 permitting. We will be, we bought a rotary mower last year that'll fit onto this. It'll cut up that 6 inches of tree around. I mean, you could take a tree down 6 inches around, and it's all for our wet ponds, our dry ponds, and we have to have tracks. We got to be able to get through it like a bulldozer and go through it. There is another unit like this. It's in the electric department. We have been using it on and off with them, but when they're over in Slinger using it and we need it, it's just not working out. The parks also uses this in the summertime because it has the tracks to dig a lot more of the, not graves, but the urns, or what do you want to call them, or whatever. But again, it's going to be used a lot. The funding does come up a little different. I had $50,000 in the budget. We're going to be using $10,000 out of stormwater, that we have $30,000 budgeted there this year through John. And then the rest will come out of, there was $30,000 less in my street sweeper this year, so I'll be using $9,000 out of that. So we have the funds for it. I did get 4 bids. The low bid was not, I will not recommend it. We can't even get a forestry door for it in the future here. I'd like to get a better door so that if something can't come through the windshield and hurt the operators and things like that. It is a $2,500 option, but I'm doing really well on my equipment, parts, and supplies, and I plan on looking at getting that at the end of the year.
Would you consider that a safety issue?
Sure.
Okay, well then I
Yes.
think that
Very much.
more than enough that people's heads would be nodding here because we're very interested in making sure that those people working that equipment are as safe as possible. So good move.
Oh, it is our priority. There is no doubt about it.
Okay, wonderful. Alderperson Rusniak.
We bought equipment from Brooks in the past, right?
Quite often, yes.
Okay, no problems with them?
Not a bit.
Good.
Now, you said it was because of inflation and the difference. Our current administration has said that there's zero inflation in July, so will we be sending them the bill for the difference? Is that, I just wanted to,
Good luck with that.
just ask.
We need to buy this before it goes up again in price. It's just, no, it's just crazy.
Okay, would look for a motion. Alderperson Turchi, second by Alderperson Carroll.
Motion by Alderperson Turchi, seconded by Alderperson Carroll, authorizing appropriate city officials to enter into an agreement with Brooks Tractor of Milwaukee for the purchase of a 2022 John Deere track loader, at total cost not to exceed $69,750.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried for adjournment. Alderperson Sikora, Alderperson, okay, we're going Carol again, okay.
Motion by Alderperson Sikora, seconded by Alderperson Carroll for adjournment at 7:15.
For adjournment, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. We stand adjourned. Thank you.